almost ready to reveal, folks, the results of the water sampling and to see whether or not Mr. Gary is going to drink that water or not. So stay for that. Good morning, folks. Mr. Gary here. The water in this glass looks like it's fit to drink. And the water in this garden hose, that also looks pretty darn good. But is it? We're going to revisit an earlier video that I did about 2 months ago where we had the water from our artesian well, this well right here at the old church. We had it tested. We took 2 different samples to a provincial lab, a government lab. We had our water tested for bacteria presence, and we also had our water tested for various chemicals. 2 different tests. And ladies and gentlemen, folks, the results are in, and they're going to be revealed in this Friday video. So welcome to our regular Friday TGIF video, and I hope you are all doing very, very well. Mr. Gary is donning a brand new hat, the Fogo Island Co-op. We're going to talk about that later in the video, so stay for that. And we're also going to reveal if this water is drinkable, if this water can be used for human consumption. So you'll have to stay for the results of that. But as I said at the top of this video, we are going to revisit an earlier video that I did about 2 months ago where I collected the water samples and took them to the government labs. So let's take a look at that, shall we, next in this video. So don't you go away. Stay with Mr. Gary and stay with GBL, the old church 5-acre homestead. I wonder, should I drink it? Hi folks, Mr. Gary here from GBL, the old church 5-acre homestead. You can probably see a garden hose over my shoulder with water running. I'm here today to do a how-to video on how to collect water samples from an artesian well that need to be sent to government labs for testing. So stay with me if you're into this. This one tests for bacteria. And there's the water collecting bottle right there. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. And it's important that you not touch the inside of these collector bottles. It's also important, while it's on my mind, that you have to collect water from a hose or a tap that doesn't pass through a filtering system, water softening system, any of that. It needs to be like a raw hose, like this garden hose that I have right here that you're seeing, that I have held up in the fork of a tree there. That's been running also for about 15 minutes now, and that's also important. The other test right here, we're going to be doing also. Here's the collecting bottle for that one. That one tests for some chemicals like arsenic and for trace minerals such as iron and sulfur and copper and zinc and all that kind of stuff. Okay, the collector bottle comes with a plastic seal as well. So I'm going to remove that plastic seal. I'm going to remove the cap. Now, like I said, you cannot touch the inside of the bottle. So I'm going to try and collect some of the water from this hose. Okay, so trying to do my best here. So there's the line on the bottle. I'm going to put the cap on. Now, I'm going to take the bottle and put it back inside that bag that I collected it in. Now I need to take sample 2. This one has to be filled completely. So I'm going to remove the cap. Again, do not touch the top of the bottle or the inside of the bottle. And it's filling up. It's filling up. It's got to go right to the top. This one does. Okay, a little bit more, Mr. Gary. All right, so I think I got that one filled to the top. I'm going to put the cover on. So I'm going to take this one now and put this one also in the bag, the collector bag. Here we go. Now, here's the instructions again. There is a form on the back that you need to complete. I've got my 2 samples. I just need to seal those 2 bags. And here I am, folks, at Government Services in Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, and I am submitting the water samples for testing. Fingers crossed that we have good water here at the Old Church 5-acre homestead. Almost ready to reveal, folks, the results of the water sampling and to see whether or not Mr. Gary is going to drink that water or not, so stay for that. But before we get into those results and sharing them with you, I want to talk a little bit about my hat, the hat that I'm wearing. It says Fogo Island Cooperative Society Limited, and what a special time to be wearing this brand new hat. The Fogo Island Cooperative Society Limited is celebrating its 50th year of being in business this exact year. And I want to tell you something. Mr. Gary's first job when I was only 16 years old was at the Fogo Island Co-op at its fish plant in the town of Fogo. And it was my first summer job. I was still in high school a long, long time ago. But I want to talk a little bit about them. It is a wonderful, wonderful business. It employs lots and lots of Fogo Islanders. It collects fish from the local fish harvesters, and it finds markets all around the world, and it produces excellent products ready for your table. The Fogo Island Cooperative Society. You can buy products directly from the fish plant, or you can buy it in various supermarkets around the globe. Isn't that amazing? All of the fish that Mr. Gary and Mrs. Betty eat, it comes from Fogo Island. And you go back and look at some of the cooking videos of the traditional meals that we do here on our YouTube channel. It all involves codfish and other fish products from the Fogo Island Cooperative Society Limited. So go check them out. I will put a link to the Fogo Island Cooperative website, their page, in the description for this video. So go check them out. Explore their website yourself, folks. Don't just take my word for it. Check out the Fogo Island Co-op Society Limited. A beautiful business. I'm going to take off my hat just for a second and bring the hat in close to the screen so you can have a look at the logo yourself. The Fogo Island Co-op Society Limited. A beautiful, beautiful hat that Mr. Gary is donning in this TGIF Friday video. Now, let's get at the results and see whether or not Mr. Gary is going to drink that artesian well water. Okay, so we have the results from the TOOD test. We did a test for bacteria, and the results are in. And we did a test for various chemicals, and the results are in. In terms of bacteria, there are no bacteria in Mr. Gary and Mrs. Betty's drinking water here at the Old Church. Now the results for the chemicals are in. Arsenic and that kind of stuff. All kinds of various chemicals that can be harmful and cause cancer and all that kind of stuff. None of that is present in our drinking water. Now, in terms of the chemicals, I want to explain this. It is tested in terms of parts per million and parts per billion. And in all of the various chemicals that could be in water, we pass in flying colors. So according to the health experts at the various labs that this stuff was taken to, the chemical one took the longest. The bacteria one, we had that one back in a couple of weeks, but we only got that one back just a little while ago. It was like 6 or 7 weeks before we got the results. It had to undergo a lot of testing. So the results are in and it's all good. So, Mr. Gary and Mrs. Betty, we are very, very pleased here at the Old Church that our well water right here that I'm sitting next to, is good drinking water. And here's the result. Just look at it though. Let me bring it in to the screen for you to have a look at. It is as clear as glass. The ice cubes are also made from the water as well. And there's a full glass of water. Now I'm going to drink some of this, so you can see Mr. Gary consuming well water from our artesian well here at the Old Church. Oh my goodness, and it is ever good. Drop by the Old Church and I'll give you a sample. Why not? Now folks, I want to thank you for stopping by our YouTube channel today and to this TGIF Friday video. Now, I want to say thank you so much. You have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you in another video very, very soon. Take care. Mr. Gary, signing out. I'll take another drink of this. Here we go. Good stuff. fresh water. Awesome, awesome, awesome.